Brother, it's been a while since I did a rant video. See, I was born with opinions. Opinions right out of the womb, dude. And opinions are like onions without the pie. And if there's one thing I like, it's pie, dude. And if there's one thing I dislike, it's onions. Just kidding, man. I love onions. So I want to share a little anecdote with you about why I embrace Universes Beyond. I've seen people rail against it. I've seen people bemoan it. I've seen people just generally compare it to Fortnite. So let's get into it. Real talk here, but first, you got to subscribe to the channel, man. This is where it all goes down. We've got Patreon, we got Discord, we got damn YouTube memberships, and we got partridges in a pie tree. So Final Fantasy spoilers are coming in hot, and I gotta say, I played a lot of those games on the old PlayStation, dude. People are gonna come at me in the comments, but I loved Final Fantasy VIII. It's those gun swords, man, those handsome boys. I didn't even pay that much attention to the story, honestly. I just really dug the summons of the card game. Played the heck out of that card game. That was the best card game in any of the Final Fantasies. The story never really interested me that much. Just moves so fast, you know. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'm playing it right now. I have no idea what's going on, I gotta be honest. It's like a fever dream. It's these guys mumbling, walking around, Sephiroth's there for some reason, there's feathers. You know, that's the God's honest truth, man. It goes into a cutscene and I literally go to the fridge and start gnawing on a slab of pastrami. I don't recognize any of the spoilers so far, even though I played most of those games. You know, any of the spoilers for the magic cards, I mean. I might just have a brain issue, man. You know, this started as a fun little magic video, but I just realized I might need to see a neurologist. So when Adventures in Forgotten Realms came out, I had a buddy. He was a Dungeons and Dragons guy. Never played Magic the Gathering, but he started buying cards. Got into a full-blown addiction, man. He got into MTG because he was a fan of D&D. Seeing the cards, getting introduced to the rule set, it was like magic for this guy, pun intended. So in short here, I'm hoping Final Fantasy brings in more players. Commander's a huge format. It's the most fun format, in my humble opinion. It's fun because you get a bunch of dudes together, you get naked, you get into the sauna. Well, wait a second, that's another thing, dude. You get 4 dudes together, it's social, you make some damn pork tenderloins, which is something I have made for Commander Night before. Come on, competitive magic is for the birds, man, too sweaty. Also literally right there. So for me, more players equals more creativity, more brews, more subscribers for better Commander. We all kind of have a vested interest in this game doing well. Universes Beyond widens the audience. It's a great vehicle for reprints too. As an aside here, some of the best reprints to come out have been in the Universes Beyond products. Sneak a cheeky little Lord of the Undead in there. Look at this guy. He's a Centurion of the Marked, right? Nothing to worry about here. Oh wait, it's a Lord of the Dead. Lord of the Undead, I'm sorry. Drop that price, buddy. Get that hyena deal in there. Now, the other thing I really dig about broadening the intellectual properties involved is the designers get to cut loose a little bit. Take a look at this card, man. Flaming Tyrannosaurus, 5 red, creature dinosaur, it's a 5/5 with menace, has paradox. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, this creature deals 3 damage to any target, then put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. When this creature dies, it deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. This is a Doctor Who banger. It's a very unique design. It's powerful. It's a big flaming dinosaur. Alright, yeah, they could have made this, you know, anything, a dragon or something like that. But listen, man, we gotta let those dinosaurs flame, dude. It's 2025. Now take a look at this beautiful card, Magnus the Red. 3 blue and a red for a legendary creature, Demon Primarch. It's a 4/5 with flying. Has unearthly power, yeah. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature token you control. Has Blade of Magnus. Whenever Magnus the Red deals combat damage to a player, create a 3/3 red spawn creature token. He brings the tokens and has a cost reducer related to tokens. He's a Demon Primarch, which is cool, but it's also super flavorful. It's a pretty unique build, great for polymorph. I was a huge fan of the 40k decks, man. Lots of unique designs that exist because they're outside the normal competitive formats. They can go nuts because these cards don't have to be balanced for constructed or limited. Now Fallout, of course I'm a Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas veteran here, but even though it's more of a retro future sci-fi property, it seems to fit pretty nicely into the Magic universe. It makes sense in my head anyway. They're both fantastical universes, you know. It also had some pretty sweet designs like this guy, the Screeching Scorch Beast. 4 black, creature bat mutant, it's a 5/5, has flying and menace. Whenever this guy attacks, each player gets 2 rad counters. Whenever one or more non-land cards are milled, you may create that many 2/2 black zombie mutant creature tokens. Do this only once each turn. Now, think of the number of players introduced to the format after the Lord of the Rings franchise got magicified. I mean, heck man, the damn mainstream media was doing stories on the One Ring debacle, celebrities were engaging with the hobby, Post Malone was buying cards out there. It's one of my favorite cards in there too, man, Mirkwood Bats. I'll go on about this damn dirty monster forever, but suffice it to say, whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. And if there's one thing I like, it's creating tokens and watching my opponents lose life. I mean, I get all excited about Mirkwood Bats, but there were a bunch of Saurons in there, a bunch of Gandalfs in there, Sarumans in there, some damn Lords of the Nazgul in there. Amazing cards, great build-arounds, unique legends, and some very niche, interesting commanders. I love everything about the Lord of the Rings set except the price tag. And that's why we buy singles, buddy. Now, of course, it can go too far. You can have this situation where the properties are just too out there. You know, so far I've talked about Fallout, Warhammer 40k, Doctor Who, fantasy properties like Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings, the Tolkien-verse as it will. You have to extend that umbrella out to SpongeBob and Fortnite now. Literally Fortnite. Not a huge fan of those, alright? Kind of blows up the fantasy world aesthetic. Even being charitable and extending it out to sci-fi properties, I'm not a huge fan of SpongeBob, but you know, those cards, the SpongeBob and Fortnite cartoon cards, they don't look awesome. They seem kind of chintzy and they kind of scream cash grab, but so do the Thunder Junction and the race car set. Let's be honest here, I think the integrity of Magic the Gathering could use a little stewardship, alright? But listen, if something seems off to me, in the grand scheme, I can just elect not to buy it. It's definitely not going to upset me if it's in somebody else's deck. Who cares? As if the mere sight of real cards published by Wizards would make me blush like a little maid from Pee-wee school. It's fine, dude. Who cares? People get too invested in other people's intellectual properties. If you really don't want SpongeBob cards to exist, just forget about it. Don't support the company, alright? You can do that. And even then, play 1,000,000 Commander games and never buy another card again. I gotta roll with the punches here, man. You know, I gotta bend like a reed in the wind, because if you don't, you break, brother. This is the direction they decided to go. Even with the kind of ugly Fortnite stuff, it's been a net positive. Where else would you get this card? The Jadoon Enforcers. This guy's only 7 mana for an 8/8 with trample. No more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. Also has suspend. I have no idea why this is 9 cents. I mean, I think people look at it and they're talking about that suspend situation, you know, they're like, oh, I'm never gonna get that out there. Yeah, dude, but it's a 8/8 for 7 mana with that sweet ability. No more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. Come on, brother. It's a rhino in a bodysuit. Come on. To me, Final Fantasy is just another bite at the apple, man, and I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. Just embrace it, have fun. No need to be so edgy all the time, being a hater all day and every night. Although sometimes I'm a hater too, so I really can't talk, you know, but that just comes with the territory of having a microphone and a video channel on the internet, dude. But life is better when it's fun, I gotta be honest. Maybe there's gonna be some sweet cards for your commander decks. These sets, these Universes Beyond sets, have done more for my upgrades than anything injected into Standard. And some of them got me thinking in new directions. You know, it's all about flexing that creative muscle because that's better commander, dude. Nikki G, signing off.